So I'll read out the problem. This is a very simple problem. I'll just read out. A pharmaceutical company produces two pharmaceutical products, A and B. Production of both these products requires the same process 1 and 2. The production of B also results in a byproduct C at no extra cost. The product A can be sold at a profit of 3 rupees per unit and B at a profit of rupees 8 per unit. Some quantity of this byproduct can be sold at a unit profit of 2 rupees. The remainder has to be destroyed and the destruction cost is rupees 1 per unit. Forecasts show that only up to 5 units of C can be sold. The company gets 3 units of C for each unit of B produced. The manufacturing times are 3 hours per unit of A on process 1 and 2 respectively, and 4 hours and 5 hours per unit for B on process 1 and 2 respectively. Because the product C is a byproduct of B, no time is used in producing C. The available time are 18 and 21 hours of process 1 and 2 respectively. Formulate this problem as an LP model to determine the quantity of A and B which should be produced, keeping in mind to make the highest total profit to the company. So just read out the problem. We find out that there are two products A and B and there is a byproduct C. Byproduct needs to be split into two. The byproduct which can be sold at a profit and the byproduct, those part of the byproducts which should be destroyed at a cost of 1 rupee. So that is why we have to take 4 different variables which we will just explain in a table. Now the process, there are two processes, process 1 and process 2. And available time constraint is given. What you need to do is only we need to formulate this linear programming problem. So I am just going to take a table two products A and B. And here I will just write the availability of constraints. Now I take here actually we have C also, correct? No? We have 3 products C. Here we have C, and this C can be sold and this C can be destroyed. So I am just giving it as C1 and C2. Now the total number of units manufactured. So total number of units manufactured are here X1, X2. A and B are X1 and X2. And B will give you a byproduct of C. I just divide C into C1 and C2 because part of the C1 can be sold and part of the C can be sold called C1 and part of the C to be destroyed, that is called C2. So I am just giving X3 and X4 are the products which is being sold and the product which is being destroyed. So C has 2 components, X3 and X4. So total C is X3 plus X4. You need to understand in that way. Next is the profit. What are the profit? For A, there is a profit of 2 and product A can be sold at a profit of 3 and profit B can be sold at a profit of 8. So profit of A will be 3 rupees, profit of B will be 8 rupees and profit of C1 will be how much? 2 rupees. And destruction cost will be 1 rupee. So that will be, I will just write it as -1. Why? Because it is a cost incurred for the company. Now, the profit part is over. What is the next one? Up to only 5 units of C can be sold. So beyond, that means X3 maximum value can be 5. Then whatever the extra should be destroyed. The company gets 3 units of C for each unit of B produced. Every unit of B, how many units of C? 3 units of C is manufactured. You understood? How many units of C are there? X3 plus X4 units of C are there. So if 1 unit of B means 3 units of C, 2 units of B means 6 units of C. So that is another condition. Next, process. There are 2 processes, process 1 and 2 respectively, because all these products should go through 2 processes. Process 1 and process 2. Now process 1, what are the time it takes for A and B? The manufacturing time are 3 units per unit of A on process 1 and process 2. 3 per hour. You understood? That means it takes 3 hours to make 1 unit of A and 3 hours to make 1 unit of A from process 2 also. You understand? Next, what are the other things? For B, the manufacturing time are 4 and 5 hours per unit for process. Which one? 2. Which this is 4 and 5. Agree? 4 and 5. See how much time it will take? No time. Why? Because it is a byproduct of B. Every B is manufactured, automatically C will be manufactured. Now, so extra time is not required. The available time, what is the time available? Here it is 18 hours and here it is 21 hours, which is the given. First process 18 hours and second process 21 hours. Formulate this problem as a LP model. So it is a maximization profit because profit is being given, so profit needs to be manufactured. Only rider is every unit of B produced, 3 unit of C is created. So every unit, how much of B is there? X2 unit of B is there. So how many C is manufactured then? 3 into X2. Correct? No? 2 units of B means 6 units of C. 5 units of B means 15 units of C. So X2 unit of B means 3 into X2 unit of C. So 3X2 is how much? 3X2 is equal to X3 plus X4. So this is the thing which you need to understand. So other things are very, very easy. Next is maximization problem. This is the objective function. Maximize objective function. Maximize Z is equal to, this is profit, Z is equal to 3x1 plus 8x2 plus 2x3 minus x4. Why? 3 rupees for 1 unit of A. So x1 unit, it is 3x1. 8 rupees for 1 unit of B. So 8 into x2 for x2 unit of B plus x3 unit of C, it is 2 into x2 because 2 is the profit associated with one unit. And here the destruction cost. X4 units of C are destroyed, so that will be subtracted. 1 into x4 should be subtracted from profit because it is a cost element. Next is the process part, time constraint. Correct? No? Subjected to time constraint. Process 1, what is it? Process 1, 3x1 plus 4x2 will be less than or equal to 18. What do you mean by that? For 1 unit, 3 hours it will be taken. So x1 unit of A, 3 into x1 hours will be taken. For 1 unit of B, for process 1, 4 hours will be taken. So for x2 unit, it is 4 into x2. What is the maximum availability? 18 hours. So it cannot go beyond 18 hours. Next is the same, 3x1 plus 5x2 less than or equal to 21. Maximum time availability is 21. This is for process 2. This is another constraint. 3 hours for 1 unit of A. For x1 unit, 3 into x1. 5 hours for 1 unit of B. For x2, 5 into x2. And total maximum available time is 21. Another condition is this one. What is that? 3x2 is equal to x3 plus x4. Why? For every unit of B manufactured, there will be 3 times that of what? C. So that condition is here, it is been explained. Now how much of maximum x3 can be solved? Maximum x3 can be solved will be 5. You cannot go beyond that. Correct, no? Next, x1. Non-negative constraints are x1, x2, x3, x4 should be greater than or equal to 0, and that is the solution to the